Next example, consider the vector u whose magnitude is 30 and whose bearing from north is 310 degrees. Determine its x and y components and write the vector u in terms of I and j, which means in Cartesian form. Now, they've been nice, they've given us a diagram, not necessary, but we can see that we have the vector u. We know its magnitude is 30. It's also got that its bearing from true north is 310, so you can see that drawn in here. So that means this angle here is 50 degrees because it's 360 minus 310 is 50 degrees, so that's that angle. And then this angle here, which would be the angle I need for polar form, would be 90 plus 50 degrees is 140 degrees. So that means our vector u in polar form is 30, 140 degrees. So now we can answer our questions. I'm going to start, because I think it's easier, by drawing the triangle. So we have our I, we have our j. This is early stages. We haven't memorized everything. So the more you understand and learn, the easier it's going to be in the long run. Now, the angle that I have in this triangle is 40 degrees. That angle there is the 90 minus 50 degrees is the 40 degrees. Okay, that's what I need to be able to put it in Cartesian form. I just want to start by the understanding of where it's all coming from rather than going immediately to formulas. So I'm going to label my triangle like I would in trig. My j component, which is my y, j is going to use my opposite and my hypotenuse. So sine theta is O over h. Plug in our information. Sine 40 is my j over 30. So j is equal to 30 sine of 40, which is approximately 19.28. My I, or my x component, when you look at your diagram, that's adjacent and hypotenuse. So that's cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. Cos 40 is x over 30, so x is 30 cos of 40, which is approximately 22.98. Now we're in our second quadrant, so that's going to have to be negative 22.98. So my answer is my vector u is equal to negative 22.98i plus 19.28j. Now, in regards to formulas that you will just know once you do this over and over again, is for our y coordinate, it's equal to our r, which is our resultant, sine theta, and our x coordinate is equal to our r, cos theta. Now, if you had used those formulas and you went y equals r sine theta, which is our 30 sine, and you used the original polar form angle of 140, Because it's in the second quadrant and sign is positive, remembering our unit circle material from year 10, we know that sign is positive in our second quadrant. You would straight out get that that's approximately 19.28. If you did the x is equal to r cos theta, you would go 30 cos 140. Now cos is negative in the second quadrant, and if you plug that into your calculator, you will get a negative answer. You get straight out that it's a negative 22.98. So that gives you two different options for working these questions out. It's just at this stage, basing it onto your trig knowledge might make it easier for you. As you do more and more, you might get to the point where you can use the formulas.